Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Zulfadli bin Abdul Ghani. Today, me and my team are going to present you about our report titled The Problems That Cause Students of UniKL MFI France Institute to Lose Interest in Club Activities. My group consists of 4 members. Me, Muhammad Zulfadli bin Abdul Ghani, Muhammad Amir Amizam bin Azmi, Ahmad Faiz Alimi bin Basharuddin, and Naimi Irfan bin Huzaili.
Clubs are a big part of college life. Students have the opportunity to join these groups for many reasons. All students should be strongly encouraged to pursue clubs and organizational membership opportunities to help them enrich their college experience. However, in the past 5 years, the participation among students in joining those activities organized by the clubs in UniKL MFI seems less satisfying. Therefore, it is very important to conduct a research on what are the problems faced by the students that cause them to be less interested. The purpose of this research is to identify the problem that cause UniKL MFI students to lose interest in participating in the club activities. The scope for this research is questionnaires were distributed through WhatsApp groups to collect data from students of UniKL MFI. A total of 100 respondents were randomly involved in our data collection through survey.
The first literature review is the relationship between student and university club. On average, college students spend 30% of their daily hour in class or self-learning. They should spend outside of their classroom to engage in an extracurricular activity. University clubs play an important role in the overall college experience. The greater the student involvement in the college, the greater will be the amount of student learning and personal development. Alexandrov and others proved that in their journal in 2017, from 1,145 students, there is a positive correlation between cumulative student grade point (CGPA) and participation in extracurricular activities. Extracurricular activity also will become more impactful if they can relate what they have learned in the classroom. So, university club provide various interests for the student to increase their soft skills.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Naimi Irfan. I will present about the importance of club activities to students. Okay, so apart from education, there are some certain clubs or organizations from university that conduct activities and extracurriculum such as sport competition, debates, dance line, drama, chess, writing, and theatre, and many more. All these club activities indirectly can influence developments in academics, social skills, and in implying a talent or a skill within oneself. Besides that, students who participate in intentionally school-based extracurriculum perform better at university stage. So, as we can see, club activities are really helpful to students, especially on their interaction and soft skills. Students find themselves learning new positive life skills such as leadership and teamwork from club activities. Participation in club activities help develop students' brain contribution to better mental health. Many of the club activities also reduce behavioral and disciplinary problems. Apart from this, those who are not involved in any activities at all lack this quality. If they never join any sport competition, outdoor activities, they will lack all of these benefit from joining this. Assalamualaikum. Here is the third literature review. the attraction of club activities to students. Studies have shown that there are some students that are involved in clubs just to simply put the experience on their resume or because they have to for class. This is according to Kopesh 2019. However, most of the students that participate in club activities consider them as a place for socialization according to Coolidge 2016. This can be seen as they are attracted to clubs as they view them as a place of networking and also as a place that has a good and non-toxic environment to socialize. From those friendships, new interests starts to emerge and they find themselves attracted to new things regarding the club that they join. According to Kim and Bastedo 2017, they say that extracurricular activities contribute to individuals' developmental pathways and occupations that they take in the future. So even if students join a club without any interest, they will gradually in time develop an interest on the things they join. This will definitely affect the outcome when they finally decide on their future lifestyle.
For the research methodology, there are two main parts of it. The first one is respondent. A total of 100 respondents were randomly involved in our data collection through online survey. The participants for this study are students of UniKL MFI who is currently pursuing their studies in bachelor's degrees. The second part is data collection method. The first one is primary data. We distributed the questionnaire, which is Google form, through some WhatsApp group consists of our respondents to gather our data for our report. The next one is secondary data. In completing our report, we have also looked for readings material which are relevant to our topics. These materials include other reports, articles from newspapers and internet, books, and many others. This secondary data help us to make primary data collection more specific. For the analysis of number 1, the pie chart above shows the percentage of the frequency of the students' participation in club activities. Based on the pie chart, majority of the respondents participate in the club activities once or twice since becoming the members of the club. Nearly a third of the respondents only take part in the club activities once in a while, which means they only take part once since they start studying in UniKL MFI. On the other hand, 15% of them always participate in the club activities while the remaining 14% never take part in any activities organized by the clubs. In conclusion, we can say that most of the students are dispassionate in participating in the activities organized by the club, since there is only a small minority of them who often joining the activities. On top of that, there are also some students who have never joined any activities at all. For the question number 2, this particular bar graph shows the percentage of the students' opinion on the interestingness of the club activities in a scale of 1 to 5. It appears that 38% of the students choose 3, which is neutral, and 25 of them choose 4, which is interesting. In addition, a small number of 8% from the students claim that the club activities are very interesting by choosing 5. However, the remaining 10% and 19% of the students go for 1 and 2 respectively, which are not interesting and less interesting. From the data above, we can conclude that a total of 67% of the students do not vote for interesting or very interesting, which means the interestingness level of the club's activities has not reached the desired stage for the students. For the question number 3, This particular bar graph shows the percentage of the students' rating on the satisfaction of the club activities in a scale of 1 to 5. It appears that 45% of the students choose 3, which is neutral, and 21% of them choose 4, which is satisfying. In addition, a small number of 9% from the students claim that the club activities are very satisfying by choosing 5. The remaining 10% and 19% of the students go for 1 and 2, respectively, which are not satisfying and less satisfying. From the data above, we can conclude that a total of 70% of the students do not vote for satisfying or very satisfying, which means the rating of the student satisfaction of the club activities has not reached the desired stage yet.
Based from our analysis from the fourth question in the questionnaire, we want to know what is the problem that made UniKL MFI students lose interest in the club activities. A total of 32% students state that the club is boring and uninteresting. This answer is for the club activity and their first impression to the club. The 32% is the biggest percentage in the questionnaire. We show that this problem is the most significant issue that the club organization need to solve. Next, 20% of students claim that each club is not making impactful awareness campaign. They only promote the club on the club's open day and not more after that. Clubs open day also once in a year. There should be more events related to the club. In our opinion, they should utilize the power of social media to engage with students frequently. One remarkable finding that we found is friends is the main factor that will join the club. So, club organization must take advantage of this information. Nevertheless, some respondents who are 14% claim that time is an obstacle for them. University management has set the time in Wednesday for club session. So, club organization must use the club session time wisely. Last but not least, we cannot ignore that management also must play a better role because 13% of the respondents complain about management. It is because of strict rules created by the club and lengthy procedure to join the club or activity. We also cannot ignore the problem that is laziness and cost, such as transportation and club fee, because both problems show an almost similar yet high percentage of the respondents. Laziness may be due to they are not interested in the club activity. If the club can provide an attractive activity for them, they will surely want to participate in the club. Cost of joining club is also burdensome to the student. They need to pay for transportation and club's fee or activity fee. University management should allocate some budget for student development to club activity. Lastly, 4 out of 100 students did not answer the question. It hugely affects the result because 4% is quite a huge percentage. So we will try to ensure that all respondents answer all questions next time. So that's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, secondly, I will present about the most important criteria of activities that will satisfy more for students in joining the club activities. So, one of the most important criteria needed by the club to handle or organize activities that will satisfy students to have more interest in joining them is the activities must be really interesting and fun. Out of 100 respondents, there are 25% of them are voting for interesting and fun activities that will take interest into them. Next, the second highest is the outdoor activities. They will prefer outdoor activities more and also challenging activities, because clubs need to organize an outdoor event such as hiking, exploring, or sport competition between club members which likely will gain interest on most of the students. Besides, the friends influence also plays as a minor factor to students on joining activity clubs. Gaining new experience when joining club activity also was listed as one of important criteria that certifies student from UniKL MFI. And lastly, they will happy if it held in free day. Thank you.
The conclusions of this report are: first, the findings reveal that most of the students of UniKL MFI have at least tried out once the activities of clubs. However, their experiences with it has not been interesting or uninteresting, and their satisfaction from it has also been neutral. The second conclusion is the results of the study indicates that the most of the students find the current club activities are not fun, and they prefer challenging, fun and interesting activities like outdoor activities. Some of them also prefer if their friends join in as well with the club activities. So in conclusion, clubs should make their activities fun, challenging and outdoor, so that it can be enjoyed, so students can enjoy it with their friends. There are a few recommendations to be considered. First, club activities should be more fun and interesting. This is to attract more students to join, and also to maintain the satisfaction of the current attending students. The second one is club activities should be made to be enjoyable in groups, so that students can join the activities with their friends and also make new friends by joining the activities. The third one is club activities should be more challenging, and outdoor activities are a good way to make it challenging. For example, like camping, hiking, kayaking and so forth. So that's all for me.
Now I done grew up around some people living their life in bottles. Granddaddy had the golden flask, back no bigger day in Chicago. Some people like the way it feels, some people want to